Zelda Echoes of Wisdom embargo has lifted, so that means that, my friends, reviews are just flowing, and we have a lot of reviews that went live today. Currently, Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is standing at an 86 on Metacritic, and if I need to be honest with you, I was expecting a lot higher of a review score. Currently, I'm going through Zelda Echoes of Wisdom thanks to my retailer that got it to me early. My review will be dropping tomorrow on the release day, but I have been playing through it, and I'm just going to give you guys a little inside scoop. It is way better than I thought it was going to be. I personally enjoyed Link's Awakening, but going into this one, I thought it was going to be another similar experience, but I will tell you, it has blown my expectations out of the water. So make sure you guys join me tomorrow. Come back to the channel and check out my review for Echoes of Wisdom. But until then, I'm Dom. I'm from the Game Looters, and today we're going to go through Metacritic. We're going to go through the top, the middle, and the bottom reviews. And while we go through the reviews, we're going to give you, or I'm going to give you, kind of my interjection and my thoughts based on my experience so far. So that includes the person at the person or the website at the top and the very bottom. I'll kind of give you my thoughts on their thoughts as we kind of go through this. Typically, when we go through Metacritic, we go through one really bad review, one middle review, and one top review. Then I just kind of give you my thoughts on based on what I've played so far, which I believe I'm about 75% done with the game, and I should have that done by today. All right, let's head into Metacritic, my friends, and I'll show you guys where we're standing currently. So, as of right now, like I said, we are at 86, so we're at 86 overall, and it is generally favorable, so we're looking really good. This is a really good Metacritic score, you know, if I'm just being 100% honest. It's about an 86%. I would call that about a B rating overall, so this is looking like really good. And in comparison, when Link's Awakening came out, that ended up scoring at about an 87. So this is right in line with Link's Awakening. But I'll be honest, I did really think that this would score higher than Link's Awakening just because Link's Awakening was a known property and this is brand new and it offers a really, really interesting spin and it nails it. So I was thinking this would come in at about a 91. You know, in comparison, Cadence of Hyrule was about an 85. Some of the, you know, Breath of the Wild is a 97. Twilight Princess, you know, 86. So this is about Twilight Princess status, which is Twilight Princess, I'll be honest, is my third favorite Zelda game of all time. Wind Waker, 89, you know, 90. So you can kind of see where this lands, but very surprising, considering, you know, Tears of the Kingdom last year was a 96, which is crazy. Skyward Sword, 81. So this still falls in line with the expectations. 86 is still a good score. There are just some here that are a little bit like, I don't know. So we're just going to go through this here. So there was some hundreds that occurred. A lot of 100s here, a lot of 97s, a lot of middle ones, but let's start at the bottom. We're just gonna start at the bottom and we're gonna go from there. So I think a pretty reputable website here is VGC. And what VGC had to say about it, they gave it a 60. So they said this game is doo. And as always, remember, you know, as we go through these, no hate on any of these websites or anything. Sometimes when you have a really large website or a really large channel that has a lot of hands in the cookie jar, sometimes reviews are assigned to a specific individual who may not be a fan of the genre or the franchise. So they kind of have that negativity going in. It's just the nature of human beings. So just, you know, as, you know, an interjection as we go through these. But here's what VGC said about the game. They said, despite some ambitious ideas beneath the surface, Echoes of Wisdom is surprisingly uneven Zelda adventure. Few of its headlines mechanics are unutilized to their potential, which means that which enjoyable and charming, it ultimately feels less essential than other modern 2D entries. And if we look through some of their full review here, cookie settings, okay, we can see a lot of different ones. Let's accept that. We can see a lot of different little quips here. So although Zelda gains more energy points during the story, allowing players to summon more enemies at once, the mechanic never meaningfully evolves. I do not agree with that. I think that as you go through this and you get your little spirit, your little guide, there's going to be these little triangles which equate to how many. So each thing that you summon equates to triangles. So one, like a bed may be one triangle, and a bokoblin may be 3 triangles or something like that, you know. And you may have like a sand a sand enemy that costs 5 triangles. Well, what you can do is as you go through it, you can summon, something that flies, that may be 1. You can summon another enemy that is like 3. You can summon a bed and maybe a pot. So I don't agree with that. I think it does meaningfully evolve through your adventure, and it allows you to solve puzzles very differently than you would solve it or I would solve it. We're gonna solve the same puzzle very differently. There's not one size fits all here. Some of the other things that they said here, despite ambitious ideas, this is kind of what it said over there. They put explore one of Zelda's prettiest high rules. I do agree with that. Echoes are less enjoyable for combat. I don't agree. I think it really is. It makes you use your mind. Many new features feel like an afterthought. I don't agree. Link's Awakening performance issues return. I've been playing on the OLED Switch, and I haven't had any issues. Now, I will tell you, I did play a big portion of it handheld, so maybe that helped me a little bit. But in handheld mode, I felt like it didn't have any. I didn't face any drops or anything. So I don't agree with that either. So, okay, let's find a middling one. So that's kind of VGC. This other website here, Twinfinite, they're a pretty good one. We have time for that. They put here that they give it a 70, so 7 out of 10. This one will still be the bottom. We're still gonna be in the bad reviews here. They put The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom has a lot going for it. There is a lot to do and discover without being overwhelming. The visuals are vibrant and fun. The characters are cute. Although the controls can be annoying at times, it is satisfying when you finally get past an obstacle. It'll be interesting to see where Nintendo takes us for the next Zelda installment. This doesn't sound like a 70. This sounds like an 80 or 90 here. I agree with what they said here. The characters are cute. The controls, they can be annoying at times. The only thing that's really annoying for me that I found, and let me show you guys on my Switch Pro controller here. Yeah, let me grab this Switch Pro controller. So the only thing that's annoying for me, this one is a little dusty. The only thing annoying for me is when you're going through it, if you push if you push the sideways, that's how you kind of get into your menu, and then you can kind of like choose the specific item, like a bed, a pot, a sign, a sand, a bat, whatever you're trying to summon. So you push sideways to go through your menu, but then you push up to go into there's like a mode where like you're in like a Link mode. And that's where you can kind of use Link's powers, and you push up. I will tell you that I did push this button throughout all of my adventure, and I wasted some of the precious, I'll call it mana, because you get like Link power. I did waste a lot of it through my adventure because of that. So that is a little annoying, but I mean, it is what it is. So I do agree with that. I don't agree with the rating though. So that's that. Okay, let's find a middling one. I think let's see, RPG site. I do like them. Games Radar, VG247, The Gamer. Hey, that's me. I'm the gamer. I'm the gamer guy. Cog Connected. Yeah, you know what? I like the RPG site. Let's give them some love. You guys should head over to RPG site. They're really prominent on Twitter, so I definitely suggest reading the RPG site puts out. I like following them. I think that it's a good group of people there. I like the stuff that they put out. And if they come out with a Diddy moment, you never heard me say I like them, okay? RPG site, 80 out of 100. They put, the result is a game that is the definition of a truly mixed experience. Don't agree? If you take the rough and underdeveloped with the smooth and innovative, there's a lot of fun to be had. The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is perhaps a victim of being a part of a series that has one of the highest batting averages of any franchises out there. What is good by Zelda standards is great to many other franchises and publishers. This is by no means the earthshaker that some Zelda games are, but it sits up there with other classic 2D Zeldas just fine. I just wish Zelda herself felt a bit more defined and present throughout. What? Given this is her first truly playable debut. That's a lot to unpack here. And I just said, I like these guys. I understand what they're saying. This reminds me of a person who is reviewing a game that only wants to play as Link. And I think that's okay, because Link is a cool character, even in Awakening. He has really cool powers. He has very cool mobility. He's able to have his slashes, and you're able to use his sword and his shield. Very cool. I think that essence is still here in Echoes of Wisdom, so when you guys play it, because there is a mode where you can kind of play as a Link version of Zelda. But here's the thing for me, and I'll tell you guys, is I've wanted nothing more than a Zelda adventure. I played through Age of Calamity, this hack and slashing game, and in there, Zelda was the coolest character. Ever since then, I've always wanted Zelda to get her time, and I really feel like although this wasn't the traditional way to give her time, it was so unique. And I think that the puzzle solving and the platforming of the game is what is really, really good. Like, this is also it's like a platformer as well. And I'm not a platforming guy. I didn't like Astrobot. I didn't like a lot of like the Shovel Knights and stuff. I do love Metroid. I do love Castlevania. This is a platforming game through and through, and I really feel like it excelled it, and I think that Zelda is the best part of this game. And one of the things it says here is, I wish Zelda felt a bit more defined and present. She's completely, like, she is your core character, and she's the one interacting with all of the different races in the game, so she plays a huge part, so I don't quite agree with that. But I can understand if somebody was just like, I'm only into Zelda for Link, or that's what I know. I can understand that being the, what comes out in a review. All right, we're gonna hit up the last one. We'll go with digitally downloaded as taking us home. They give it a perfect 100 score. They put here, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is the perfect Legend of Zelda game, where Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom took the series in new directions to the point that they're barely related to what came before them. Zelda's first outing as a protagonist feels like it's a seamlessly in with its traditions of Ocarina of Time. Link's Awakening and Link to the Past, not only to that, but Nintendo has built a great gameplay system that is more whimsical and creative than any of its previous titles, making this a more complete and fully realized vision of what the series has always wanted to be. I desperately hope that this wasn't just a one-off experiment and the legend of Link is here to stay. I think that this person really loves more traditional Zelda, and I love that they love that. I agree with mostly all of what they said here. I think that, the gameplay of Echoes of Wisdom is super duper unique and super awesome. I think it's very whimsical and very creative. Like I said, I enjoyed Awakening, but it wasn't my favorite of all time. I do think this is much better than Awakening in my personal opinion, and I would probably put this up there in my top Zelda games. Of course, I am gonna have to complete the game. Like I said, I'm about all the way through, so again, my review officially will come out tomorrow. But yeah, I vastly agree that this is a very different experience than Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. But what's on offer here is known, but also very different, and I kind of really love that for it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about Echoes of Wisdom. My review will be out in about 24 hours or less, so make sure you guys check out my channel for that. But I'm having a great time with Echoes of Wisdom. I think it's the hidden gem. It's the dark horse of the year so far. And I just think it really blew my expectations away. And my expectations was just Link's Awakening. That was where my bar was, and it went above them. And I think that if you give it a try with an open mind, I think that you're gonna love this game too. There are things that are, a little bit annoying, like the little controls that we talked about and stuff, but overall, this game is just a really great game. So can't wait to see you guys, comment down below. But thank you guys for watching the video. This has been our take on the very interesting reviews on Metacritic and the very interesting 86 score. All right, my friends, I'm gonna see you guys on the next video. Peace out.